Welcome to US Numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare Washington quarter dollar coins, those ordinary-looking coins that could actually be worth a fortune. From minting errors to low mintage surprises, these hidden gems might be sitting in your pocket right now. Stay tuned as we uncover the most valuable Washington quarters that every collector should know about. Top 1 today. We're taking a close and exciting look at one of the most celebrated coins in American history, the United States Bicentennial Washington Quarter, dated 1776 to 1976. Now, you might think you've seen this coin before, maybe even have one lying around in your change jar, but don't be so quick to dismiss it. Because some of these quarters aren't just pieces of pocket change. They could be worth a small fortune, and we're about to tell you why. This coin was minted to honor the 200th anniversary of American independence, a historic moment that marked 2 centuries since the founding of the United States. To celebrate such a monumental occasion, the U.S. Mint released special bicentennial coins for public use, including quarters, half dollars, and dollars. What makes the 1776 to 1976 quarter stand out is not only its patriotic symbolism, but the rich story, design elements, and the rare errors that turn some of these into highly valuable collector's pieces. Let's start with the design. On the obverse side, we still see the familiar face of George Washington, but with a subtle change. The date at the bottom reads 1776 to 1976 instead of the standard single year. It's a simple yet powerful reminder of America's journey from its revolutionary roots to the modern nation we know today. The reverse side is where this coin becomes even more unique. Instead of the traditional eagle, the quarter features a special bicentennial design, a colonial drummer standing proudly, with a flame surrounded by 13 stars above his head, representing the original 13 colonies. Designed by Jack L. Ahr, this imagery captures the spirit of revolution and national pride in a way that no other U.S. quarter has. But what really excites collectors isn't just the history or symbolism, it's the rarity, condition, and minting errors that make this coin worth hunting for. You see, millions of bicentennial quarters were minted in 1975 and 1976, but only a limited number were struck in higher quality finishes or on special planchets. Some were produced in 40% silver, found mainly in special collector's sets. If you find a silver bicentennial quarter in circulation, that's already a valuable find, but then come the errors, and this is where it gets thrilling. There are bicentennial quarters out there with double die obverse, misaligned strikes, off-center minting, and even those mistakenly struck on the wrong metal planchets. These types of errors were rare to begin with and became even rarer as time passed. Each type of minting error increases the coin's desirability among collectors, and naturally, its market value can skyrocket. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that not only celebrates a historic American milestone, but also happens to be a 1-in-a-million minting mistake. That's the kind of magic that keeps collectors searching and dreaming, and let's not forget the most crucial factor, condition. A bicentennial quarter in uncirculated or mint state condition, especially those graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, can sell for far more than anyone would expect. Clean surfaces, sharp details, and the absence of wear can mean the difference between a regular quarter and one that can change your life. So what does all this mean for you? If you happen to own a 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter, or come across one in outstanding condition, or better yet, with a rare minting error, you could be sitting on a valuable piece of American history. And in some extraordinary cases, the value of such. Top 2. We're talking about a modern piece of American coinage that combines powerful symbolism with stunning design. The 2021 Washington Quarter, crossing the Delaware. Now, don't be too quick to brush this one off. At first glance, it may look like any other modern quarter, but there are some secret details and rare variations in this specific release that have collectors scrambling to get their hands on it. If you have this quarter, especially in the right condition or with unique mint errors, you might be holding something worth far more than 25 cents. So stay tuned, because this might just be the most surprising coin in your collection. Let's start with a little background. In 2021, after the long-running America the Beautiful series ended, the U.S. Mint introduced a striking new quarter design to honor the legacy of George Washington in a bold, patriotic way. This wasn't just a simple return to the old design, it was something new, dramatic, and meaningful. The 2021 Washington Quarter, Crossing the Delaware, features a refreshed obverse, with a classical, sharp profile of George Washington based on the original sculpt by Laura Garden Fraser, an acclaimed artist who originally designed this in 1932. This new portrayal adds a sense of strength and dignity, reminding us of Washington's leadership and legacy, but it's the reverse design that steals the show. It powerfully depicts General George Washington commanding a boat as he leads his troops across the icy Delaware River, a scene based on one of the most famous moments in the American Revolutionary War. This dramatic crossing led to a surprise attack and a pivotal victory that shifted the course of American history. The imagery is bold, inspiring, and packed with symbolism, honor, determination, and American resilience. But here's where things get even more exciting for collectors: not all of these quarters were created equal. While millions were minted for circulation, there are rarer versions and minting errors that set some apart, and can make them extremely valuable. Among the most sought after are coins with die breaks, also known as cuds, as well as double die obverse, off-center strikes, and strike-through errors. These minting mistakes happen during the production process and are often 1 in a million. But because the design is newer and still under close observation, collectors are rapidly identifying these rare varieties, and paying top dollar for them. Even the condition plays a massive role. If you have a 2021 Crossing the Delaware Quarter in mint state or proof condition, especially one certified by grading companies like PCGS or NGC, the value rises dramatically. Collectors seek coins that are crisp, clean, and perfectly preserved. Combine that with a rare mint error, and you've got a recipe for a seriously valuable piece. And here's something even more exciting: some of these error coins, especially the ones with strong visible die breaks or doubled features, have already made headlines in the numismatic world. So what could this mean for you? If you found a 2021 Washington Quarter, Crossing the Delaware, especially one with a visible error, off-center strike, or unusual marks, don't overlook it. These rare variations are catching the eyes of expert collectors and growing rapidly in value. Now, here's the jaw-dropping part you've been waiting for: a rare 2021 Crossing the Delaware Quarter with a unique mint error in pristine condition has been valued at an astonishing $79,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $79,000. For a quarter that could easily be sitting. The last one is 2022 United States Washington Quarter. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about a coin that was released just a short time ago, but already, some versions of this quarter are turning heads in the coin collecting world. Whether you're a longtime collector or someone who just stumbled upon a shiny quarter in their change, this is a video you'll want to listen to very carefully, because this modern coin could be worth far more than you ever expected. So what makes the 2022 Washington Quarter so special? Let's start with the design. In 2022, the United States Mint launched a brand new program called the American Women Quarters Program, which honors significant women in American history. While George Washington's portrait still graces the obverse side, it's a brand new version of his profile, one that was originally created by renowned sculptor Laura Garden Fraser and intended for the very first quarter back in 1932. It's a bold, left-facing image of Washington, different from the familiar right-facing profile that had been used for decades. Now turn the coin over, and you'll see a variety of reverse designs depending on the specific issue, each honoring a trailblazing woman who made history. Some of the 2022 honorees include Maya Angelou, Dr. Sally Ride, and Wilma Mankiller, just to name a few. These designs are beautifully detailed, powerful in meaning, and add a completely new dimension to U.S. coinage. For collectors, this shift is a big deal. It marks the beginning of a new era, which always sparks interest, especially when errors and rare variants begin to appear. And that brings us to the real reason we're here today: the value hidden in rare errors and pristine condition quarters from 2022. You see, while millions of these quarters were minted and sent out for circulation, a small number of them have errors that make them incredibly rare and valuable. Some coins have been found with die cracks, double die strikes, off-center minting, strike-throughs, and even missing elements due to grease-filled dies. These are not just minor mistakes, they are highly prized by collectors because they are extremely uncommon, and they give the coin a unique identity that can never be replicated. For example, some 2022 quarters featuring Maya Angelou have been found with dramatic dye chips on the wings, giving her the appearance of having extra feathers or strange shadows. Others have had multiple striking issues, where part of the design is duplicated or distorted. These errors transform an ordinary coin into a numismatic treasure, and let's not forget about mint marks and metal types. Quarters minted in San Francisco, marked with an S, are typically created for collectors and are struck in proof condition with extra care and sharp detail. There are also silver-proof versions, which are even rarer in the wild. If you happen to come across one of these coins, especially with a combination of mint error, silver content, and uncirculated condition, you could be in for a big surprise. Condition is always key in coin collecting. A 2022 Washington quarter that is graded MS 67 or higher, which means it is in nearly perfect, mint state condition, can be extremely valuable, particularly if it includes one of the rare errors we mentioned. Now, here's the part you've been waiting for: the value. Among the rarest 2022 Washington quarters with significant minting errors and in pristine, uncirculated condition, some have been valued as high as $89,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $89,000 for a coin minted just a short time ago. What does this mean for you? It means that your next big treasure might not be buried underground or locked away in a vault. It could be hiding in plain sight, in your change from the store, in your child's piggy bank, or among the coins in your car's cup holder. All it takes is a sharp eye, a little curiosity, and a bit of knowledge to uncover a fortune. If you found this video interesting and want to continue learning about rare coins, valuable errors, and the hidden stories behind the coins we use every day, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our next big discovery. This is World Rare Coins, reminding you that sometimes the most valuable treasures are the ones we carry with us every day. Keep your eyes open, keep collecting, and as always, happy hunting.